Serious story, tragic, dreadful story for you. The teenage daughter of U.S. sprinter Tyson Gay, he was in the Olympics, was killed in a shooting in Kentucky, hit in the neck during an exchange of fire between two vehicles in a restaurant parking lot. Sheriff David Clarke is here. My first question, Sheriff, is where is Black Lives Matter in this? Where is the president in this? Who's saying anything about this disgraceful happening here?
Well, nothing. This doesn't fit their ugly narrative. That's what this is about. But look, this is a daily occurrence in the American ghetto all across America. This weekend in the city of Chicago, between Friday evening and Sunday night, there were 31 shootings, 7 dead. That's a weekly occurrence in Chicago now. In the city of Milwaukee, my hometown, 9 shootings, 2 dead. But again, it doesn't fit the ugly narrative of the cop-hating slime Black Lives Matter, and that's why you don't hear anything about it. Look, this is tragic in and of itself, but just because these people are attached to somebody famous, and, you know, my heart bleeds for that family of Tyson Gay, and then you look at Dwayne Wade, whose cousin was gunned down by 2 black criminals. It's the black-on-black crime. It's a bigger threat in the American ghetto than any police officer will ever be.
We have this from the director of the FBI, James Comey. He thinks that there are people who think that police shootings are a national epidemic because, Comey says, they have no idea what they're talking about because there's currently no federal data to indicate whether it's really the case. Here's the quote. They've got no idea of whether the number of black people being shot by police is up, down, or sideways. The truth is, police officers are overwhelmingly good people. Well, we got that. But, Sheriff, is that an accurate statement from James Comey that there's no statistics? That's why we don't know really what's going on?
That's a ridiculous statement by Director Comey. Look, he doesn't have any credibility anyway anymore after the way he handled that Hillary Clinton investigation. But look, for him to say that the reason why cops are under siege is because there's no federal data, that's laughable. This is an emotional argument. This is a political construct, this cop hating. There is plenty of data and plenty of research that goes against this false narrative painted about the American police officer, and it doesn't matter because when you throw logic up against an emotional argument, it's hard to fight. The propaganda, the myth about the behavior of law enforcement officers using force is what's ruling the day because the liberal mainstream media, not Fox News Channel, but the liberal mainstream media has shown sympathy for this ugly movement, and they have become the platform with which these myths and propaganda and lies are being told about the American police officer. It has nothing to do about the fact there's no federal data. And if there's no federal data, shame on James Comey and the FBI for not having any.
Fair point. Sheriff David Clarke, thanks for joining us early this Monday morning. Appreciate it, sir. Thank you.